In this video, we take our 10-month-old grandson out for his very first camping trip.
Yep, 7 days of overlanding through southwest Colorado. We cross some high mountain passes, see some of the country's most spectacular scenery, and take our 4Runner down some pretty gnarly trails.
Want some tips on taking a baby out into the wild? Or maybe you just need a little encouragement to get you started.
After watching this video, you'll realize it's not as hard as you may think. And that's coming from a guy who's not a huge fan of little kids.
Oh, stop.
Last night we made it to Durango, to Karis's house and Lauren's house, and we spent the night there. Now this morning we are heading north on 550 to go do a trail, Imogene Trail, out of Ouray. It's really early in the morning. Karis and the baby are inside this gas station where I just fueled up, doing the first diaper change of the day. That's why I'm out here. Feel better now that you pooped? My goal today is to not get a speeding ticket on a Highway 550. They get really expensive.
I've got a red tourist truck in front of me. I'm just trying to paint.
All right, so we just got off. How do you pronounce it? Imogene or Imogene?
Imogene.
Imogene. She's a local, so she knows. Yeah, we just got off there. We spent a great day with some great people that were as equally as disappointed as us that the FJ Summit was canceled this year. So they came out to run a trail, and now we are in, where the heck are we?
Santa Rita Park.
Santa Rita Park in Durango. We kind of scheduled up like a meetup with some of our channel friends, and yeah, they're over here, so we got to hurry this up.
And
Okay, what do you got to say?
we had a great day. We did Imogene and Ophir.
Yeah, we came back on Ophir Pass.
Yeah, it was great. This was baby's first overlanding trip, and he did pretty well. Didn't cry at all. Slept most of it, so successful.
Yeah, now tomorrow morning we head out for like 4 or 5 days of camping all around in the mountains here. Baby's first camping trip. We're gonna see how that goes. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right?
Don't you say that every video and something goes terribly wrong?
Oh,
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Not this
Not
one.
this time. Not this time. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. We are well on our way. We from Durango, we drove west to Dolores, and we got on what's called the Colorado Backcountry Discovery Trail, I think it's called. We're going to do a segment of that up until we hit Telluride, We do have a little bit, as you can see, we have a little bit of a different packing situation because of the added passengers we have here. We can no longer use our back seat for cargo. Well, this is our cargo in the back seat now. So we have the whole back end loaded down to the very far back end. And as you can see, we're taking full advantage of our Southern style off-road roof rack. We got a bunch of stuff strapped up on there. But we're gonna get going. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, so today we had a great day. Baby was really good.
Was really good.
We had a nice drive up here, a little bumpy.
Yeah, it was actually really great with the baby. The bumps kind of lulled him to sleep, so he actually slept most of the day. So he's been in a pretty great mood tonight. We'll see if he sleeps through the night, but.
Yeah, and we found this great campsite with the beautiful view behind us. It's just gorgeous. And there's beaver ponds down there, so it's a little buggy. That's why we keep scratching. And...
We are just outside of Telluride. We actually went into Telluride, and then we turned around and came back out of Telluride, and we found this great...
Nothing against Telluride.
Nothing against Telluride. Nothing against them. But we're out in the middle of nowhere. We found a great dispersed camping spot, and yeah, this is really nice. Like they said, it's right next to a whole series of beaver ponds. We're waiting until later on tonight when we hear the beavers slapping the water with their tails, trying to get us out of here.
They're huge beavers.
They're huge. They're big beavers. There goes that beaver now. See him swimming away?
Well, they don't, but we do.
You don't, but... tomorrow, yeah, we'll go back into Telluride. I think we're going to take the gondola up to the top of the mountain there and check it out, and then probably take Ophir Pass over to the other side, and then through Silverton, then east from there. We'll see. We'll let you know.
So how'd Jack sleep last night?
You know, he actually did a lot better than I expected. I think he slept better last night than I did. I think as long as they're warm, they're pretty content.
He is such a happy baby.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of meat on his bones anyways.
He does. He's a chunker.
Engineer Pass. The elevation is 13,000 feet.
And it's cold.
It's cold. I had to put my shirt on.
Baby's first 13er.
So last night we camped just west of Telluride, and we were gonna wake up this morning and do the gondola in Telluride. But unfortunately, there was some major construction and it was taking forever.
Yeah, the major road construction, it was backed up forever, and we wasted probably an hour
Yeah.
in line trying to get through that, so we had to skip it.
And then, so from Telluride, we actually went back over Ophir Pass in Silverton. And then we took a road from Silverton into Animas Forks and over to Engineer Pass.
Yep. Yeah, Animas Forks is one of those places that we really enjoy going to. It's an old, not really a restored ghost town, but one that's, what do we call that? Oh, I can't think of the term right now.
Delayed decay or something?
Delayed decay,
Something.
yeah, exactly. What the
Are we
heck
getting
is
rained on?
No, those are, I don't know what that is. It's off this tree. But anyways, now we are just outside of Lake City. We didn't get quite to Lake City like we wanted to. Actually, we wanted to get past Lake City today, but we were having so much fun looking at stuff that we didn't get that far. So we're just on this side of Lake City in a nice dispersed site on National Forest property, and it's going to be another good sleeping night. It's chilling down really nice.
So when we got to the campsite, it was actually really cool because there was this whole herd of
Yeah,
sheep that
we
went
drove
through.
right through it. And then we heard it coming down the road. So like we were looking for,
Like the tourists that we are, we
Like-
grabbed our chairs and ran
and we
up to the road.
went out to the road and we just sat
we
there like it
watched
was
the
a parade,
sheep parade.
going by. It was pretty cool. Yeah, the sheep herder dogs were doing their job. It was pretty fascinating to watch.
And there was even one little black sheep.
There was a little black sheep. Of course, there's always got to be a black sheep in the squadron.
The squadron?
Yeah, Baba Black Sheep.
Black
You've never
Sheep.
seen that show?
No, I know, but not squadron, really?
I don't know. It just came out. I was hoping nobody would notice. All right. Thank you for noticing. All right, we're gonna go clean up,
And take a walk.
take a walk down the street to get Jack tired again.
Yeah, he's actually napping right now in the tent. He got a little bit cranky. So when he does wake up after we finish picking up and everything, we're gonna take a little walk and hopefully he'll go back to sleep and
Yeah.
sleep through the night.
Yep, I'm sure he will.
So cheers. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya. Now I'm on.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Bless you. Bless you.
So, Karis, what would you tell new parents that haven't taken their kids out camping yet? Is there any kind of tips or anything you can tell them to make it easier?
Well, first and foremost, I'll be the first to admit that I am not a pro at this. I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're just kind of winging it. I think that it's kind of a natural inclination that kind of want to try to take everything with you. So when I was starting to think about this trip, I was going through the list of like everything to bring, and I was like, well, we need to bring the pack and play. Maybe we should bring a changing table pad. Like maybe I should bring this and this and this and this. I mean, you probably won't need all of that.
Plus, you don't really have the room for all that either.
Well, that's the thing. Like the pack and play, for example, I mean, it folds down, but it's still pretty enormous when it folds down. So I just brought kind of a blanket tarp thing with, and that's been working great. Because I was concerned with him rolling around in the dirt. He's kind of at this age where he likes to get dirty. He's kind of like a mop, and he picks up everything he sees and tries to put it in his mouth. So I was a little bit concerned and wanted to keep him kind of corralled, but the tarp's been working great. But I mean, just do it. I mean, you never know until you try. I was a little bit apprehensive about this trip, a little worried, but he's been great so far. Just roll with whatever comes your way.
I think that it's a lot easier to get your kids started at this age than it
He
is.
can't talk back.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to take a teenager out for the first time camping. So if you start them out young and get them used to it, they don't know any better. They just think it's normal.
Yep.
Well, this morning we woke up, obviously, we're here, and we left our camp and we went through Lake City, stayed on the Colorado Backcountry Trail, and we got into some pretty unique places. That was fun.
And then we saw this whole herd of cows and they were calling to each other. And Jack waved his first hi to the cows.
He likes cows.
He likes cows. And he just
clearly he likes milk. I mean.
and he just had a hummingbird come in to see him. Yeah, he's a nature boy.
Overall, it was a pretty good day. It was a little bit long being on the trails, especially with baby. In retrospect, we probably could have broken it up with some hikes and things.
Yeah, we need to stop and get him out and get him moving a little bit to tire him out so he takes a good nap, not just I'm bored kind of nap.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll do some hiking.
Yeah, we're gonna get up on the Continental Divide trail and do a couple miles there just to say we did it. Right now we're camped. I'm not exactly sure.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
We're before the Continental Divide Trail. That's all I know. It's a nice little campsite. It is off of a gravel service road that does get some ATV traffic, but I'm sure that'll die down as it gets darker.
Eat up.
On top of Cottonwood Pass, I believe it is. This is the Continental Divide Trail. So any water that goes that way will go to the Atlantic. Anything that goes that way will go to the Pacific. And even it also applies to if you start rolling down the hill, you lose your footing and you roll down the hill, you'll go to the Pacific or the Atlantic. Yesterday was a big day for us, a lot of traveling, some hiking, a lot of sightseeing, a lot of really high elevation passes. And we made our way to Buena Vista, and that's where we left the Colorado Backcountry Tour, or trail. And we headed straight east to, Woodland Park, and that's where we hooked on to the Enchanted Rockies trail, made up by Lifestyle Overland. And we were bringing that south. And that's when we hit the storms last night, and we drove through a lot of rain, and alerts were going off on our phones. We listened to the National Weather radio station, and it was calling for tornadoes and
hail,
big hail, big
flooding,
winds and stuff.
flooding.
So that's when we hit the motel.
Yeah, it was probably a good choice with baby. It was nice sleeping on a mattress.
And getting a shower.
Right.
And pizza and chicken wings.
Yeah, I mean, we would have been fine, I think.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
would have just
it's
been kind
been
of an
raining
uncomfortable night.
every night that we've been out here,
Yeah.
but that was a big storm. So now we're heading south on the Enchanted Rockies Trail, and we're going to end up tonight at the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Yeah, well, we're just right out of the Great Sand Dunes National Park. I think it's called the
Reserve.
The Reserve.
Preserve.
Yes, where there's primitive camping here along this road. What road is it?
It's the everyone gets stuck in the soft sand road.
That's what it is.
It's something pass.
Yeah, something. Medora.
Medona?
Medona.
Medona Pass.
Medona Pass.
That is Phil.
I don't know. I just drive. These guys are the navigators.
So anyway, here we are. It's our last night. I initially thought we were being a little ambitious, taking a 10-month-old baby out for 5-6 nights, but he has been amazing.
It has been. He's
well, his mom was pretty easygoing, so
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's worked out really well. There's been no issues. There's no breakdowns, really.
So what do you think, Mama?
You know, he did well. I really didn't know what to expect. I was actually a little nervous about it.
I was too. I was very nervous about it.
But we had a plan. If it didn't work out, if he didn't like it, we had
yeah,
a plan.
we didn't. Our loop trip kind of was like one day's highway drive from Karis's house. So if we did have to bail, we could get on a highway. But there's no reason for us to bail because the youngster did amazingly well with all of this.
I think the key is just to be kind of flexible and to just roll with anything. I mean,
and don't give him sugar.
Well, no.
He loves ice cream.
He loves ice cream.
Don't give him sugar.
I mean, he's a kid. He's gonna get dirty. He's definitely probably the dirtiest he's ever been. But that's okay. Dirt washes off.
Yeah, this trail that we're on, the Enchanted Rockies Trail, it turned out to be really nice. We did have quite a bit.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks, you too.
We did have quite a bit of pavement driving it first. Once we got onto this trail especially, we came in from the north on the Enchanted Rockies Trail. And this is a fun one. It was a little tough, a little tight, a lot of rocks, a lot of climbing.
Some water crossings too. That was nice.
There's in this canyon where the trail is right here, there's a creek that keeps crossing the trail. And that's a lot of fun.
I really think the hotel room, it was kind of nice to break things up because it's rained every night and we made the most of it, but it was nice to get a shower and sleep in a real bed.
Yeah, I could do without it.
Next time we'll leave him in the woods.
Yeah. Next. You can sleep in the woods. We're going to a motel. Oh, I'm sorry. It was just an idea.
I was talking about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, me and Jack will sleep in the woods. You guys can go to a motel.
Anyway, great trip.
Yeah, it was. And we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit of sightseeing tomorrow, and then we're going to head back to Karis's house. But we'll see you tomorrow.
Now cook us some supper.
So after another really long day of exploring high mountain passes, remote Forest Service roads, we finally called our adventure to an end. We took Jack and Mom Karis back to Durango, and now we're heading home ourselves.
It's been such a great adventure, and it's hard to go back home and go to work, but I look forward to many more adventures with our little guy and our daughter Karis.
Yeah, we think Jack has a very eventful future in store for him. A lot of adventures. I kind of envy him starting out so young and his whole life ahead of him. There's so much for him to see and do.
And he was such a happy little camper. I just know he's going to have a great time.
Yeah, and you know, I think maybe I like kids.
If this is your first time watching one of our videos and you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell if you want to be notified.